And as promised, back with part one of today's Local 6 Legal Line, we're visiting with Kevin Shannon of the Bryant Law Center in Paducah and Louisville. That's where they have offices located. They're available to help you any time of the day or night. And we are entertaining your legal questions at 1-888-208-6946. Kevin, we have a question from a gentleman who says, I had a car wreck, would like to settle my case, but make the other insurance company not only pay for my medical bills, but pay for my medical bills that I may have in the future. They say they don't have to do that. Is that right?
Well, it's possible, and it depends. And that's often the case with the law. If you were on the job at the time of your accident, and so you would have a work comp claim and an automobile accident claim, then it's possible that the work comp insurance would have to be responsible for future medical expenses. But if it's just an ordinary car wreck case, they're not going to agree to be responsible for paying your future medical expenses, at least as you incur them in the future. If you wanted to make that claim for future medical expenses, you'd have to do so by presenting proof that it's reasonably certain that you would require medical treatment in the future. You could have cost estimates for that treatment, and then the insurance company might include that as part of your settlement. But you would be actually responsible for paying those future medical bills out of any settlement money you get.
We have a question from Jenny who wants to know if the person who caused my accident does not have enough insurance coverage to cover damages and my medical bills, what can be done about that?
Well, always remember that once your PIP's exhausted, then if you have health insurance, Medicare or Medicaid, then your health insurance, Medicare or Medicaid will pay. Doesn't matter that it was an automobile accident, doesn't matter how or why it happened. So the good news is if you have health insurance, Medicare or Medicaid, they will pay. You also want to look to see whether you have any underinsured motorist coverage. If you have underinsured motorist coverage, then you can make a claim for that. And then last but not least, if the other person doesn't have enough insurance coverage, but you have reason to believe that maybe they have some assets, they have money, then you could get a judgment and force them to pay you. What you can't do is settle your case and then try to do these other things. You have to get things done in the proper order. So that's a very sticky situation. You'd probably want to consult with a lawyer about those issues.
Kevin, we've got about 30 seconds left, and Robert says, I had a wreck. The other company, the other insurance company doesn't seem to be in a big hurry to do anything about the damages to my car. What can I do to speed this up?
Not a lot other than call a lawyer and get the lawyer to start calling them. Insurance companies can be painfully slow, and sometimes you have to get their attention.
Kevin Shannon of the Bryant Law Center in Paducah and Louisville has been our guest on part one of today's Local 6 Legal Line. Part two is coming up in just a few minutes. We'll entertain the Honorable Mark Bryant, and he'll be taking your questions regarding personal injury, criminal defense. He's well versed in a lot of areas. So give us a call. That's coming up next on WPSD Local 6 Legal Line.